chase my dreams among the stars while I'm standing on the pavement. Spinning around, lost and found, just trying to make a statement. Lift the weight off my shoulders and set me free. With the birds in the sky is where I'd like to be. Without gravity to hold us down, together we'll lose sight of the ground.
Good morning, afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentle people. Welcome to our second match of the night. We have Team Uplift versus Hamburger. This will be in our opens of the LPL Amateur League. This will be our open league in the LPL series of Valorant leagues. We will be going with Team Lift. So let's talk about them first. So, currently 28th. Sorry, that went completely wrong. My mind was reading their chat in the lobby, so I was trying to do two things at once. It failed miserably, so I apologize about that. And while we're at lobby, let's just tell you what map it is. We'll get to the teams in a second. So we are going to Icebox, which I absolutely love. I love Icebox. I love Breeze. I love the maps that people still haven't 100% figured out. I love difference. I love chaoticness, and that's what we kind of get. And Icebox is one of those maps, as you know, is a little bit harder to do one of these set piece executions because it gets real messy on sites. Anyway, I'm sure you all know that. So let's talk about these teams now. Team Uplift, they are sitting 28th on the ladder. In our open league, we have 77 teams. They're 28th. They've got 4 wins and 3 losses against them. They formed around July this year, at least on the LPL terms, and they've been playing their heart out. Some of their matches they had, their most recent match on Ascent was 19-7, in which they won against Overtime Kings. What a name! To go 19-7. What's that? That's like Overtime 5? Overtime 4? It's ridiculous. That would have been a great match to watch. And then they had a 15-3 against Uplift Academy. So their academy actually beat them, which is not something you see too often. But other than that, they've been comfortably fighting around for these positions, hence why they're 4 wins and 3 losses. Their players, they're XML, Nera, the Real Suki, Doggy, Oni, and Will and King have only played for Team Uplift during the seasons, whereas Regen, well, he played Rocket League in early 2020, but now he's also played with 1620 Kings Academy, and now he is here with Team Uplift since the start of August, so that'll be this month. So he's one of the newer, fresher faces on the team, and hopefully bring some of the experience from the other teams along with him into this team. Now, Hamburger. Well, they have also formed this year. They formed for this season's Open League, which was about a month ago that they were able to form their team. They're currently sitting on 3 wins, 2 losses. They're 26th place, and, well, if they lose here, they double their position down to 52nd on the scoreboard. And that's actually the same for Team Uplift. If Team Uplift fail, they'll be going down to 58th on the scoreboard. So if either team loses here, they're going to almost double their position, completely drop off the face. No, they won't drop off the face of the earth. They'll just go really far down into the league and they have to try and fight their way back up. However, if they can win here, similar to their opponents, they will make it to the 21st on the ladder, and they'll put another notch in their belt with victories to attach to them. Their run here has also, at least recently, been a bit easier. They started off hard. Their first match of the season against Prometheus was a 16-14 loss, unfortunately. Then they had a 13-11 win, 13-10 loss, and then the last 2 games they've played was 13-6, 13-6, where they won both of them. And all 5 of their games they've played, bind. So if we're coming here to Ascent, well, they don't have any LPL capability, or at least any LPL experience. Okay, so just replying to the chat and lobby. The teams are getting ready. They've just asked if there's a delay on stream. So I'm also keeping an eye on you guys in chat. It might be 3 minutes, but I'll see you real time. So with Hamburger as well, a lot of their players are also fresh to the Valorant scene. You've got Ha Li 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 Li, Junki, Jozel, Loon, Marcio or Marcel, and not Marsu, and Perps. All these players that maybe not all playing tonight. Some might be managers, coaches. I'm not too sure for you there, but they've only played for Hamburger here in the LPL season. Valentino Pizza, however, he's played CSGO for Serenity Esports from 2014 to 2017. So, if he's here in this match, keep an eye out for the pizza because he's going to have a lot of tactical shooter experience coming into the team. And with that, that is our introductions for the teams. They're now out of the way. With both these two teams are playing for almost the same thing, same position on the ladder, and both of them will drop so far down the ladder if they do lose this one. However, it does look when coming into this match, Team Uplift, even though they're behind in terms of where they sit on the ladder, they've got a little bit of experience on Icebox. They've played 3 games of Ascent. They've played a game on Icebox in which they actually won against the Devils, and they've played some binds, so they've got a lot more varied map pool when it comes into the LPL tournaments, at least with the matches they've played so far this season. So, what are these teams playing for? In the open leagues, you're playing for glory, you're playing for honor, and that knowledge that you're better than 77 other teams in our open leagues. But also, if you do win, you get a free invite into the next league up, and that's the amateur league. You saw previously in our last match some of the skills that our amateur league showcases. Those teams are also vying to make their way continually up to that ladder, make it to the evolution or the legends tournament, as these teams want to continue showcase their skill in the Oceanic region as they continue to make their way up those tiers. So here in the Opens League, you will see a little bit more varied varieties and strategies, executions, the way teams play. You might see the utility not used 100% of the time, but the best thing about the Opens League is this showcases not only the individual talent, but people working as a coordinated unit that other organizations or teams might go, hey, that's a player we want. And so, we're getting some issues in the lobby. So it's a real good way to show this scene how well you are, how well you can be, and try and take the summer. And it's also good fun to play in these scheduled matches, competitive environments, get streamed, and enjoy what LPL has on offer. And, okay, this is something I have an issue with the open leagues most often, and that is people not asking if the cast is ready. Because I don't know if my overlay is set up correctly. I think it is. It might be, but I don't know. Anyway, you can hear the sounds ticking. So, jump on over to our in-game, and we'll see straight away if it's set up correctly. And it is! Whew! He almost had me. Not gonna lie, had me in the first half. So, as we jump on across, we're starting to see these teams come up, and already, I mentioned it, you start to see some unusual tactics, because they don't necessarily run meta, they run what they're comfortable with. And we see a Brim, we see a stage, not a stage, being ghost selected at the moment on Team Uplift. They're a little bit of strange picks, especially on Icebox, especially Brim in general. You don't see Brim picked up. He's my favorite character, and I wish we saw him more. Don't see him picked up often, so I love to see how they have developed some strategies around this agent. And along with Doggy, you can create some nasty choke points and sightline disruption for your opponents.
Select your agent.
Interesting to see how they do that. Their opponents are going a little bit more of your cookie cutter build. Reyna's not usually as picked up often on this map as compared to your Raze, because that Raze offers you that huge verticality movement over on both the sides, getting on top of cargo or making your way through inside, trying to get onto catwalk if you do take the site already, or onto pipes. I think it's called pipes. So it's a little bit unusual to see that Reyna, but as I say that, you look at their opponents with the KO as well. KO is not seen heavily at the moment in the scene. I think his pick rate's maybe about 9 or 10% in the Oceanic region. So one in every 10 matches we see a KO, which isn't a huge percentage. But KO players usually have that capability or previous tactical experience knowledge, because obviously he doesn't want to play against utility. He wants to fight you like a tactical shooter would. Give yourself CSGO or some Rainbow Six experience there. So, as we now get on into it, let's see where these lines are going to get prepared. I'm really interested to see... Oh wait, no, it's a breach, not a brim. I'm an idiot. Still, another character we don't see often anyway. So, I take everything back about the sightline denial, and I replace it with disruptions and flashes. But we still don't see breach too often these days, especially not here on Icebox. So, with that, Hamburger are going to be trying to hold off the push coming from their opponents as a nice little Dale comes out and get a little bit of information straight out of utility usage. Can't Dale jump away there. First kill. He's going to get the return frag. Lunar 4 versus 14 Uplift versus Hamburger has started off strong. Valentino's going to get killed out.
One enemy remaining.
Kills and Dougie
Spike down A.
Death. With that spike now hitting the deck, Nero has to find himself 4, and they're all healthy here, and he can hear the movement. One's coming across, and plays with their food at the moment as Valentino picks up that third. Round 2, with Hamburger picking up that first round. They're going to pick up their firepower and going to try and capitalize on this. See how well Team Uplift can do this. Because now they've had a bit of a taste of the A side, they might get a taste of who's been playing there. And it might give them an idea of where they want to rotate. Because one of the things you see with the Open League is, people who have practiced a site, they will generally stick to that site. And they won't rotate or change positions. So you'll start to get a feel of what your opponents like to play and where they like to play. Ollie is going to pop around the corner. Does eventually get clipped, but it's not going to matter too much. He's already out. He's taking a bit of damage, but saves there to heal that one back up. As I was mentioning, you get comfortable at a site, you generally tend to play after. You don't rotate it out, and you kind of stick to the guns. Stick to your status quo, as a once famous high school has previously mentioned. Yeah, look, games slowed down a lot this round. Uplift are still trying to take their time, trying to find what they want to get out this round. Suki's going to be making his way over to the B side, saying that, hey, we've got a little bit of space clear. Someone join me, and Harley is going to sort out that rotation coming on over. You can already see on the map, they've started to relocate and reposition themselves to get prepared to collapse on this attack. Suki's still at the shotty. He gets 1-2, but he doesn't find it. He just narrowly avoids finding that kill. Woon picks up the double, gets the heal off.
30 seconds
Not
left.
prepared to go down as of yet. And that is hugely unfortunate there.
Last player standing. Long.
Only, I think we may have had a DC. Not too sure. Hopefully we don't. We might see a tactical pause if he did DC. Maybe. Oni, come back. Come back, Oni, please. Team Uplift. You gotta throw out a tactical pause. He's got enough to buy up here. You don't want your KO, your second kind of lead. Oh, is he gonna have the time? Yes, he's got enough time to pick up everything and his utility. Cool. So we do see a full firepower coming out from Team Uplift, and see how well they can capitalize upon this. Neura's gonna hear that wall. Get prepared, get ready to go on down. The second rotate coming in from Loon. Prepare that slow, and he's going to be looking at swinging and trying to find himself a kill here. He's feeling confident, he's feeling peaky. He's going to get shot down, but it doesn't really matter. He doesn't need that utility as
I can't use that.
He's looking to try and find space. He's got enough room to plant that spike. The spike's going to go down. Masu wants to get it. Right in front of his face for the spike is already planted. Valentino is trying to find more kills. Great sneaking back behind. Sneaky taking advantage, firing on through, trying to find Mira.
Last player
but he eventually
standing.
gets sprayed on down. Can't find the multiple frags. Suki though, picking up 4 for the round. Really stepping up his game. After the first 2 rounds unable to find anything, this time he now joins the lead of Woon. Oh, someone mentioned the game's a little bit too loud. I will drop that down a bit. Hopefully that sounds a little bit better for you guys. I've just made some adjustments. Round 4 is when they take place. We know how they are. So, hopefully I just made some adjustments to my mic and in-game sounds a little bit better for you all. Let me know in chat. As now Woon is going to be against his opponent, but Nero takes the kill. This leaves Valentino having to take control as he falls on down. He's behind that wall. Breach is not going to get anything out of that, but he holds him off the corner so that he gets that spike on down. Masu does get the one up ahead. He goes at the hole. He's going to give him a little bit of time to rotate around. He's going to find Oni, who's only using the utility. It's not going to be great effect. Seekers come on out. They're going to be chasing down Eximel and Nero. Nero's going to be going up high. Zimmer stays low, trying to make sure no one gets that down. Return frags on both sides. He peeks around as he's got the utility out, but he can't capitalize on it. Masu tries to find it, but Eximel comes away victorious. It was a brawly round where execution started to come undone, where it all came down to what utility you had left to gain space and throw at your opponents. And we end up seeing that Hamburger wouldn't keep up with Team Uplift during that part. They eventually fell. They almost found multiple opportunistic kills with utilities out.
Get out of my way!
Capitalize on it. We got in here. Where's that one go? That goes to the back of site behind generator. Suki's gonna be looking. He's hunting with those daggers. He's swinging fast. He sees the flash. The flash is going to land momentarily. The wall goes on up. It's going to stop Suki, but Suki wasn't looking the right way. They almost found the kills. He's only got 2 daggers left. Can he refresh the daggers? Can he get himself a kill? And can he create a little bit of an opening for his team? And speaking of opening, Valentino gets one from behind. There we go. Suki's refreshed. He's ready. He's going to get some more shots, but he can't find the kills. Behind is crumbling as the flank is on. They finally clean up the flank. Harley walks around the corner, but Doggy will tell Harley to sit on command. Was an eco round, and Hamburger did a fair amount of damage to their opponents. However, there was still 3 left alive, which means 2 of them could still buy their teammates. If you start to lose 3 or more, that's when you start to get a really unequal buy. Because obviously, not everyone's going to be able to afford it. You don't have those that survived with their weaponry to be able to be a little bit friendly to their teammates and get them going. So Harley's got an operator. Let's see where he's covering. He's going to be keeping an eye down towards the offense coming into A site.
Time to hunt.
Elbow's going to come on out. Oh, he sees one. He ducks. Woon's going to be able to swing across here with the knowledge he has. He can't find the shots. Eximel though does get one. He's unlucky not to find the second one. The wall's been blocked off the kitchen attack. But they don't need that kitchen. They're just going to walk their way onto site down from lowers. Coming from snow. And Masu's trying to make his way underneath the tunnel. He's got the help of Harley. But it's going to be very difficult. Suki gets prepared into position as the wall is going to be blocking off anyone coming around from the low.
One enemy remaining.
And everyone's just dead. Okay. They tried to push on in, but Team Uplift too strong. They held their position. They found themselves in what almost seemed to be an easy round as they walked through middle setup, found themselves a spike, found themselves some kills. The round, and now look at the ultimates on their side. The kills are so spread that they've all managed to collect their ultimates in a timely fashion. Their opponents are no slouches to the ultimates that they've got prepared either. We could see a 6 versus 6 here as both resurrections are up, and then it will come down to the support of Team Uplift or the offensive nature of the duelist. And Harley tries to come on in. He's gonna get healed up though, so that's lucky he's got that support from the sky. Now, hear the KO. He's prepared. His ultimate's on the way. He's going to run around the corner. He finds himself one. He's going to prepare. He's going to throw that frag grenade. He's going to do a little bit of damage. He sprays. He gets his third. Oni is absolutely tearing apart the defense at this stage. The resurrection comes on up, putting it 5 versus 2. Unfortunately, the Jet falls on down. He's got 100 hit points, but that's not enough when you're up against an operator. That thing will take you clean every single time. Finances from Hamburger are still struggling. They're going to be able to buy up this round, but the question is, will they have all their utility? Sky is going to be lacking utility. He's not going to have the Trailblazer or the heal, and he'll eventually get that extra charge of his blinding. I believe blinding light. Guiding light. I can't believe he said blinding. I think I was thinking of the flashpoint. But as they now start to engage, the concussion comes in. It's not going to find anyone, but it's going to be given a lot of key info to their opponents. There is an engagement coming on out. The Viper's pick goes on up, trying to give him some space, give him some room, try and get that play on. Now they finally use that wall, giving a little bit of safety net as they start trying to burst down that wall. It's just fire constantly going on in. Mura, he almost finds himself. Is he won? He gets it. There goes the Viper's pit. He's going to let that decay wear off so he can get that health coming back in. Harley is doing wonders up from the top, rolling and walking down behind the cargo.
One enemy remaining.
Now, the last one left is Doggy. He sprays, he finds himself one, but he's going to find himself in the middle of a reload animation as Hamburger pressure, and they will secure the kill. After 5 in a round, UPLIFT finally lose a round, and Hamburger are now going to be trying to play it out. After succeeding with 4 people, they've at least started to rack up some funds. So even if they lose this round, they should be able to get a relatively good buy, as long as Mura can hold on to the weapon, one of the last ones remaining. And this will be able to slowly call themselves back towards Team UPLIFT. Team UPLIFT, however, they've got plenty of funds. They'll be going for another 3 rounds at least, even if they continue to lose. They're peeking around the corner. He almost gets a triple. He gets the double. Sorry, he gets the 1. And 1 is good. But unfortunately, Valentino unable to continue to hold on to that site. They're going to push on in. The guiding light is going to come on out. It gets shut down. Swinging around the corner. But Loon gets killed from above. Protecting Ximel. Ximel still cannot find a kill. But now Marcel is now on 33 hit points. He's got no heals available. He does have 2 Seekers, but are they willing to commit the Seekers here on a round? Do they feel like they can take it? Do they feel comfortable? Confident? Nara though does feel confident. Does feel confident. He finds himself the double. There you go. And with that, Team UPLIFT instantly strike back, taking another round. But just for a reminder, remember, both these 2 teams are playing to reach 21st on the open ladder. Team UPLIFT are sitting 28th and Hamburger 26th. These 2 teams are equally matched when it comes to the ladder at the moment. They're both playing to hopefully not drop down to below 50. At the moment, they're in the top 3rd of the tournament, but if they lose here, they fall to the bottom 3rd. Now the engagement comes on mid. Unfortunately for Hamburger, their little strats go towards the stack A is not going to work. They're going to have to rotate back around and try and fight them up towards kitchen. This is a very unusual spot for 2 teams to be engaging. You don't see this often. Valentino unable to capitalize on the Sage's back. They're going to be swinging on in. Just push from the kitchen. Almost able to find one. Nero is trying to find the kills. He goes on down. There's people dying left, right, and center. And Hamburger coming off worst. Harley gets 1, but he's got a frenzy at long range. He will die, and it will be to the frag. And with that, another crucial round is going down for Hamburger. They're going to be able to pick up some weapons. They're prepared. They're ready to fight. Team UPLIFT, however, well, they've been prepared to fight. After they lost the first 2 rounds and then started to get some firepower on them, they've just seemed unstoppable once they've had this weaponry. What can you do against them? Valentino, he needs to find the shot, and he does! That's the opening Hamburger need. But how will Team Uplift respond to this? Still look like they want to try and assault this A site. They want to get revenge. They want to avenge their brother. Concussion comes on out, making sure anyone hiding behind there is going to be a little bit concussed. Valentino gets a second. He's ready, but he didn't decide to dismiss. He decided to fight. And that will be the end of him as Zimmer gets the Rolling Thunder as it pushes them all back. It's going to give him time to put that plant on down. The Seekers start landing, but no one was in there to try and capitalize on it. Thanks to the Rolling Thunder. You've got Halili's coming from behind. He's going to be spotted out. He almost gets his head taken off, but he quickly dashes away. Asu is going to be swinging around the corner. He's going to find External with his back turned towards him. And all of the offense have been cleared up. Hamburger are now ready to go. Woo. Thank you, Scuba Steve, for the raid. Do appreciate it. Welcome everyone to our
Last
open
round
match
before the switch.
Hamburger versus Team Uplift. Both these two teams are sitting 26th and 28th on the ladder, and they're both trying to fight for 21st. If there is a loser here, they move down to under 50 on that ladder. So this is a very crucial game for both these two teams, as they are fighting not to get knocked all the way down to the bottom rungs. But thank you, Scuba Steve. Good friend. Sorry, I love heart for you. Yeah, Suki. Ooh, catch the opponents off guard with a operator, but it's going to be instantly turned around by Mira. Mira's just going to get turned around. They're just trading backwards and forwards here. No one can really find the upper hand. Loon needs to find himself a kill. He almost finds himself two. Valentino's able to get one, but the user of Resurrection's been used by Team Uplift. Now they have to continue to find more. Masu, he's going to hear the shots coming up from high, so he should know something is up. He's going to see some body shots of Suki, and it's starting to turn back in favor of Hamburger. They've done a little bit of damage. It's going to be healed up thanks to that Sage, and they're going to be rotating around. Masu suspects it. He knows something's going on. They're keeping Valentino here for that rotation, and the rotation's there. Valentino gets it. No worker this time, as Masu almost gets his head taken off. He almost finds himself a kill too. He needs to wait for his teammate to come on in. The snake bite's going to come out. It's not going to land. Oh, sorry, that wasn't the snake bite. That was the poison orb. Valentino's getting prepared. He's going down the road. Oh, that's not the hawk you need. He's not going to find the shot over. It's all up to Valentino to find two. Here in the last half. It's a big call. He's made his noise. He found himself one. He dismisses thanks to the Empress, but he can't get it. Doggy shuts that down before more damage is done. Team Uplift taking the half and the round as they move up 4 rounds above their opponents. Hamburger, though, we've seen how good they are on the pistol round against their opponents. Can they show that for us here once again? Can they pick it up, get a second win, and start clawing their way back, getting closer and closer to even footing with Team Uplift? Or will Team Uplift be able to take the round, make their way closer to 10-4? Or if they do take the round, that comes an interesting decision for Hamburger. Do they try and force buy it and try and take on Team Uplift, where they'll be underfunded but relatively weak weapons all around? Or will they try and play it on the Hail Mary? But that is looking a few rounds ahead. We are here, round 13. Hamburger on the offense, trying to make their way onto the site. The wall has been out, it's been broken. Sage hiding around the corner, no one checks it. He gets a cheeky 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, and he gets away! How?
One enemy remaining.
Doggy, no you don't. Valentino gets one at least. He cleans it up, but he will get shut down. Doggy, the key pivotal member for that site defense. My god. Do we still have a bit? Nah, unfortunately. We don't get to see the triple there. Whew. So Team Uplift, they pick up the rounds. Will we see Hamburger force by it? We will not. It looks like they're going to be... Oh, we see a Marshall. That's all they're doing. Okay. So, their options were to force buy and try and stop the momentum from Team Uplift, or try and fight this map a little bit under ecoed, because, I mean, I would like to call it an eco, but really, you don't have much. You got a Marshall. I wouldn't even call that an eco. It is less than an eco. It's kind of like a hope, a dream I wish. Actually, he picked up a... Oh, wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong side now. I am a moron. Confirmed. Yeah, we see Hamburger. They're going to make their way over to the B side. It's only going to be protected by Oni, and Oni's keeping an eye, watching for any crossovers. They all believe that they're at the A side. When that spike goes down, he hears noise behind him. You can see on the map, they're like, wait, what? As they turn back around.
Spike planted.
They're going to be waiting. Oni's going to go up high to try and deal with any aggression coming from anyone that's gone high on top of yellow. He's very lucky that no one was on top of yellow because he would have been punished with that utility out. As now they're preparing, Oni's got the look out. He's trying to give the eyes for his team. He knows where one is, but Master peeks around the corner. He's going to get shut down instantly. Wound is being vulnerable and also gets attacked by Oni. Oni comes around side. He gets a great flash. Gets one. He peeks around the corner. Valentino's able to deal with that. Mirror goes down. Harley's the last one remaining, and he will fall. That will be a defuse coming out from Team Uplift. As expected for an eco round, they did take 2 losses though, so that will hurt a bit for their economy, but they should be able to still buy that one up. But they're not going to go for a heavy buy. They're going to pick up full firepower, no Vandals, no Phantoms. They will be only going for that Bulldog, some Spectres, because they're happy to buy out next round. Continue to use their firepower disadvantage, roll with it until absolutely required. Their opponent's Hamburger, they now have the full loadout. They've got everything that they need to secure themselves around. That's interesting. I think Doggy's trying to play with their opponents. They're still got to peek at Valentino's not going to fall for that shenanigans. And he's coming up. He's going to make his way into kitchen. Ximel is prepared for a flash here. The flash comes on out. Ximel. And he will find the kill. And he retreats quickly. No one's there to return frag. But it's only 2 versus 4. Hamburger, they have the upper hand. They don't want to lose much more here in this round. Every weapon they cannot carry over the next round is going to be detrimental for their chance at catching back up to Uplift. And the weapon's been swapped out. They've got themselves a Vandal, a Bulldog. They're prepared. They're waiting to fight this. And they're all playing so defensively. Mura's going to be keeping an eye on any lurkers, which, as we can see, no one's going to be the case, but they've got to keep an eye out. Nice little flash, continue to slow down the push. The ropes have been sounded. They know at least one's hit. They should hit 2. The aftershot will come on out, but it doesn't land. And Master will pick up the double. So they do manage to come into the next round with all 4 weapons. And that's where you want to be with Hamburger. But Team Uplift, they've been saving. They were prepared to lose that round. You could see that with their buy. They didn't go for any of the bigger weapons. Keeping their funds intact. Now, here it comes. They're now going to be fighting this round. They're going to be making sure that Hamburger do not start picking up momentum. Because if they can start picking up momentum on offense, especially on Icebox, I think Icebox are 51% favored offense team in the Oceanic region. So if you can get a little bit of momentum going, you're statistically likely to pick up the rounds. And they're going to quickly back out. They don't feel comfortable trying to fight that. And Oni, though, he's all alone. He's left here. Oh, this could work wonders. He finds the kill. But he turns around and they get their instantly return kill. Valentino, he gets the one. He does have Empress if he needs to use it, but he just dismisses. He's keeping the Empress intact as he finds kill after kill. He's opened up the site. The plant should go down very shortly. The guiding light's going to flash, but no one's around there to receive said blindness.
Spike planted.
Someone piece is going to keep an eye out from behind him. He hears the sound from Harley. Boone comes around. Doggy swinging wide, trying to get into a position to work with. Marsu's got to be very careful. He doesn't find the kill. And there's another 4 members of Hamburger going through this round successfully. And this, my friends, is the momentum Hamburger needs to come back into this game. They're now clawing it back 6-10. Soon to be 7-10 if they can make sure that they capitalize on their economy, on their weapons. And here is the timeout. So, going to be called by Harley, so they're going to be slowing down a little bit of their own momentum. But they're calling a little bit of lag. I think, yeah, 300, 500 ping. Loon, get your Australian internet together. So I do want to thank you all for tuning on in. Thank you, Scuba Steve, for the raid. I do appreciate it. And I hope you all are tuning in for some good Valorant action here tonight. Hope there's some good action over on Scuba Steve's channel. I am actually not too sure if there was what was going on over your channel, Scuba Steve. I see you've just gone lurking too. So that doesn't make it easy for you to tell me what was going on. Scuba Steve was casting some evolution action. 1620 Kings White versus August. I'm very curious to how that match went. I think both those two teams are at the top 5 in the their bracket for the evolution. That would have been a great match. Let's see if it ended around 7:45. That's about an hour and a half, so I'm thinking it was a 2-0. Can anyone confirm for me if it was a 2-0? And I'm going to put my money on probably... I'd have to go with August, I think. But back in this game, the tactical pause is down. And, well, Loon's got his ping back. But Suki, gonna hope that Oni can create a lot of distraction, a lot of noise, and that Suki can get a sneaky little shorty kill off.
Toxins going up, boys and
They've decided they don't want to try and take that fight. They don't want to deal with that. They're coming over to A site where we can find Ali. I'm really not too sure. I'm going to keep calling you Harley. It's going to be protecting that 8 side. Trying to open the space, get a little bit of knowledge for his teammates. No one's in up top. That's a little bit free, a little bit fresh. If anyone wants to come up there, you can see that Reyna. She's decided that this is going to be my new high ground. Doggy's going to be holding low with the Bucky. He's got a shotgun. He's ready. He hears him. He fires. He finds himself one, but he can't find any more. The shotgun was just a little bit too slow. But that's what you need to find against your opponents. When you're in the eco round, Nero also capitalizes with the Sheriff. They're now 1 up. Snakebite was used, unfortunately, landing on top of the wall. It's not going to be able to find the kills. Little disabling of the spells. Mira's not going to be able to get any snakebites or anything off. He gets the one. The dash comes on in by Suki, but Suki doesn't find the shots. But the rest of the team does. And on an eco round, Team Uplift able to upset the Hamburgers. Hamburgers coming apart. But they do have plenty of funds. They're going to be able to continue by this round and the next round if they do lose it. But this is their only buffer round left. If they lose this round, the buffer, the match point, it's going to be ever so much closer to Team Uplift. And you never want to see your opponent at that match point, because thoughts start going through your mind. The pressure starts piling on even more. You start to feel the stress, the pain, every action you make. Ali looking, he's prepared. Ooh! He's unlucky not to have seen that arm. There's like half a second. A little bit of a strange breach there. Not gonna quite land the mark. Valentino's made his way up into kitchen, creating a lot of space. But Suki's gonna be keeping an eye on mid. He might not have seen that rotation come around. And they're just going to delay long enough for Valentino to wrap around. Because they're not going to suspect this. He finds it. And that opens up the mid. They're going to allow it to be pushed. They're going to come on in. And they're going to take the map. Where they want to go is the question. Doggy. He's up high. But the walls are breaking. He's back down. The Seekers are going to find him. And he's going to get spotted out. Valentino cannot find it though. But they're now coming over to the B site. The breach. Only gets one. Eximel is still keeping an eye on the lurk. He's going to turn around. Last second, he misses it. He gets a great flash, but he gets taken out by Valentino, who's done such a wonderful job this round.
Spike planted.
Aaron Doggy. They've got to find their way onto site. Find their way through the Hamburger. However, there is 4 on a Hamburger. They're all prepared. They're in execution territory. They got plenty of utility. Master, he knows one's here. He didn't see the second one though. So they haven't started to rotate moreover. Unfortunately, the flash is not going to land. They found 2. Oh my god, this is turning back around. Hamburger, they're coming apart. They swing both at the same time. Valentino has got the world on his shoulders. Holden, he's got the Empress. He's got himself a Lear. The resurrection comes on out. He finds the kill. He just needs to hold it, and that's it. Valentino finds himself a 3, delays the spike, and takes the round. So much work done by Valentino. But, they managed to scrape through in that round. And now both sides going to be looking at trying to pick up a little bit of firepower. You can see the operator picked up by Suki somehow has enough funds for an operator and saves for the next round. The ultimates are coming out from Hamburger. They got 3 prepared with the 4th almost on the way. But you possibly want to save that Blade Storm, because if you lose this round, at least you have the Blade Storm coming into the next round. Whereas their opponents, they only have Oni. So that's potentially 6th player, because if he does go down, he can get resurrected. Usually quite difficult though. I can find number 6. No, I cannot. He goes down before I can switch to him. Doggy gets killed, trying to make his way down mid, getting a little bit of information. The team up with already starting to fall behind here in this round. Hamburger are making them look very capable that they might be picking up an 8th round here. You keeping an eye out. It's going to be protecting Nara's. Nara grabs himself a very aggressive position. What a shot to the head! They takes out Valentino. He takes out the in-game leader in kills. That is going to be a huge morale blow for Hamburger. Now they have to play. They do have a resurrection though. And there we go. Wound makes sure that they have to destroy as many wall pieces as possible. And he's back. He's ready to fight. He's not going to let this happen to him a second time. Or will he? Suki has relocated over to the A site. Going to be keeping an eye. But he wants to take away. And Harley says, I will take the challenge on. Takes out Suki. Takes out his opposing player. Some might say that's a jet diff. I possibly
30
just
seconds
did.
left.
Now they have to deal with 5 rushing onto site. The ants are swarming the honey. The honey is there for the taking. Nara's trying to get on in there, clean that up, but he can't. His teammate only goes on down. Eximo is trying to do whatever he can. He flashes. He gets some damage out from the charge, but he's not able to do
Spike
enough.
planted.
He tries to find it. He finds another shot. Oh my god. That's a second beautiful shot from this man. And now they're going to look to push closer and closer. Valentino says, I've had enough of this. So does Wound. Hamburger keep pulling their way back towards evening the scoreline. That resurrection was clutch. Loon being able to bring Valentino back into it allowed them the confidence, allowed them the pushing capabilities to get onto the A site. And they have 3 ultimates available, up against 2 with the 3rd back coming online. If Nero, it'll be interesting if they decide to try and find an ultimate orb for Nero. Or they're just going to hope that he can find himself a kill to be able to get that Viper's Pit online. Ooh, Harley. On the other side of the map, finds himself one, goes up high. Does he know there's another one here? Oni's going to be scared. He peeks out, he finds himself one. Oh, he's on the retreat. He swings out again. But there's just too many bodies. This leaves Doggy all over the site. He gets one, he retreats, he gets the health. So he's going to be able to reset the damage that was done to him. He's going to wall up on that. Should allow them to get the spike going on down. Yeah, Doggy.
Spike
Here's
planted.
the spike. He peeks around the corner. He gets the one, but the cover wasn't there.
1 enemy remaining.
Yura gets 5 the second, leaving Masu to clean this up. And the buy round from Uplift gets taken out. Their economy in tatters. And we could be seeing a 10-11 scoreline here, my friends. So if you're just tuning in, well, this match here, we are in the open league for the LPL brackets of Valorant. Valentino, I believe, do you have some tactical pause? I think they're going for a tech pause. Unfortunately, it looks like someone's lagged out. Come on, tech pause. We do have a tech pause. 2 seconds left to go. Oh. Oh, no, what? Oh, that's not so great. That's a little unfortunate, I think. Oh, okay. I'm as confused as what the players are. But we're going into it. Holy, god damn it. I need to stop walking away from you at the start of the match. He finds himself one. And he's opened up Team Uplift again. And they're going for a force buy as well.
The hunt begins.
So now the Seekers are coming on out. Oni's hoping to flashbang and find himself a kill before the Seeker hits him. He gets the Seekers, but the Loon gets him. So he's going to have to retreat as he gets help from destroying the Seekers. 2 are already dead. 1 above, 1 below Catwalk.
Spike planted.
Trailblazers are going to get some information that there is an Eximel way down below, so they might have some information of where the flashes are going to come on out. Valentino gets killed, dismisses, he prepares to defend. The rest of his team. He's not going to take an aggressive stance anymore. He doesn't feel like it's necessary. Nera and Doggy.
Last
Trying to find
player
a way, they
standing.
can't get it. Nera's the last one left, and Master gets the double. Hamburger, they've put this game right on back. Team Uplift are going to be looking at trying to stop this here. This is their bye round. If they lose this, well, they're going to be going to a semi-bye. They could lose the second round going up against match point. But they're here. They're here to play. They're prepared. They want to make their way to 21st on the ladder. They want to put their
Time to
extra,
mobilize my pack.
their 5th win on the scoreboard. It's combined leaderboard and scoreboard. So, when they're coming in, Suki, that's how you do it. That's how you start it off. You find that opening frag. You catch your opponents off guard. They did not expect you to be pushed up so far because you have been playing this relatively defensive-sided lineup where you sit really far back on the sites, kind of take engagements or trying to take for these retakes. Here we go. Nimble hopes to find a second one. Gonna swing around the corner. He sees himself an arm, but he does not collect it.
I got the spike.
Oni is going to go down, loses that mid-ground position, open up the map for Hamburger to decide where they want to go. However, they are one member down. Pardon me, chat. Doggy is going to go for the shots. He can't find it.
Watching here.
He does a little bit of damage though. That puts Mura in a very vulnerable state. He might not want to lead these charges anymore. He's going to get pulled up a little bit from the sky. Harley's trying to open up the A site. It's not going to be the case. He's going to
30
retreat
seconds
back
left.
off. There's too much utility used. They got 30 seconds. They need to make something happen fast. And they're going to rotate over to the B site. They're going to be up against Suki, our opening fragger here in this round. Apologies.
Here.
Holding his position. Doggy's going to be coming around,
10
wrapping around,
seconds
getting prepared
left.
to go through snow. He gets the kill! They didn't have any
down,
defense.
B.
There's no sage wall. The spike's down. And that's the half. It's done. The round's over. Little anticlimactic, but Suki in the absolute
Match point.
best position he could be. They called Hamburger's bluff of the A sites. And, well, they made him fold. They had the ace of spades in the back of pocket. They pull it out. And they grab that round, put him onto the match points. Luckily, Hamburger still have enough funds to purchase for the next 2 rounds. But their momentum suddenly ceases, suddenly comes to a halt. And they show us here. They got 2 ultimates available. They got the Viper's Pit and Harley's Bladestorm. He's looking, trying to find an opening in that armor of their opponents. Oni and Nera are going to be holding this A site alone.
Toxins going up.
The execution trying to be disrupted with Nera's wall. Allows them to relocate just a little bit. Harley's still trying to find anyone that's going to step out of position. Now they start to engage. They start their push. Nera's going to get ready with that snake bite. He throws out the poison on Oni there. Find one. He finds himself a second one. He's going to turn around the corner. He throws out the Molotov. He gets himself a third. And he goes down to his
Spike
ultimate
down
phase.
A.
Get out of my way.
They still need to find
Last
more.
player
Unfortunately,
standing.
Master was looking up top and not down below. He goes up high, but that daze is stopping him from finding the kills. He does manage to find one more. He's what the hell? Where did he get that operator shot from? But he does go down.
Defenders win.
Team Uplift, they take the game. They stop Hamburger's miracle run at the end. And now Team Uplift will be moving to 21st in the open ladder. Remember, there's 77 teams in the open ladder, and they're now 21st, making their way ever so closer to the top of the scoreboards. You want to make it to the top 8, because that top 8 will get you where you need to be at the end of the season. And there's 5 first bloods from both the leading duelists in the game. Harley did not have the highest kill count, but getting those first opening frags, I'll open up the sights for them to be able to get in and kind of take these rounds. Actually, they didn't take the rounds. Oh, what am I talking about? Harley was from Hamburger. They ended up losing. But there was a good kill spread across their team. Most of it just came down to Team Uplift playing better in some of the rounds. Like we saw, there are occasionally instances where they should have Hamburger should have won a round, but a good little execution for Team Uplift either stopped the plant, defeated the purpose, or stole that round. Ooh, it looks like someone wants an interview. Okay, let's do it. Okay, Uplift, sure. Hit me up in Discord. Oh shit. Sure. Oh, my apologies. There wasn't meant to say that. We'll have an interview coming up for you very shortly. So let's see if we can get that online. Hit me up in Discord. Discord. My Discord number. Boom. Okay, so we'll be having a interview with a member from Uplift very shortly. So we're just gonna get them on board. This is the second interview I've ever done. Let's see how this goes. I didn't have questions prepared. I prepare for pre-game, not after show. Hopefully we will get a member from Uplift on very shortly. There we go. Let's do this. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Wonderful. Congratulations on the win. That will be moving you guys to 21st on the Opens ladder, and I believe that will be your 5th match win as well. So you're starting to pick up a little bit of steam here, because you've won your previous 2 matches before coming in tonight, and 3 wins in a row. Must feel good.
Yes, it has. We definitely had a rough start with a lot of member previously who left us.
Yep.
And yeah, we've just managed to pick up our game and yeah, just really come dominating.
Yeah, so I did notice when you got into a comfortable lead, once you get into a comfortable lead, do you just like to continue to play the similar strategy, or do you just like to start throwing the spanner in the works to kind of catch your opponents off guard and keep them guessing? Or is it the comfortability that you prefer?
We mainly play comfort,
Mhm.
and sometimes like we on the spot we just change it up on the go, and yeah, we just kind of have to keep our opponents guessing where
Yep.
we'll be and how we'll play.
And so I forgot to introduce you as well. So this is Nero from Uplift. So my apologies about that. So chat,
All good.
say hello to Nero. So that was good. When you started to lose consecutive rounds in a row, I believe you lost 4, maybe 5 rounds in a row coming into that second half, and it started to look a little bit shaky, like Hamburger were about to call it back. What do you do to kind of pull yourself out of that rut that you've fallen into, where it almost feels like a consistency of just losing those rounds?
We kind of like as a team, we both like give constructive criticism to each other, and we kind of encourage each other to like lift our heads up and continue to pick up our game, and then yeah, we all really just focus, and yeah, we managed to pull it off.
Yeah, that's good because yeah, it's a little bit of an interesting way because some teams, as you mentioned, try and give each other feedback during a game. Others kind of deconstruct that later on, where they try and think of the next coming rounds, like the strategies coming up, and kind of forget those rounds. So kind of, I find it interesting and good that you can give each other that constructive feedback to kind of improve on those rounds. So once again, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations on the win. Look forward to seeing Hayes go. I believe this is week 5 of the season. So you've got 3 more weeks, potentially 9 more games, depending on how full on your schedules are. Do you feel like you can call your way up into the top 8? Do you think you're going to be challenging any high teams, or are you just going to try and take bite sizes out, like those within similar rankings of you?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think uh with how we're going, like not to be come out cocky, but
Hmm.
I think we really can pull off some amazing stuff, and if we just put our heart, mind, and soul to it as a team, we'll definitely be in the top 8.
That's awesome to hear. So best of luck to your ventures, and thank you very much for joining it. And
Yep.
yes, have a good evening. And once again, thank you for joining us here. And I'm sure Twitch chat will hopefully give you some some love in the chat. So have a
Yep.
good evening, and yeah, enjoy the next few weeks. I look forward to seeing more from you.
Yep. Thank you, mate.
So that was Nero from Uplift. Thank you very much for Nero for joining us there for the interview. Thank you all for tuning around and giving some support to both our teams tonight, Team Uplift and Hamburger. And thank you for supporting the Oceanic region, because remember, once again, the Opens, Amateurs, Evolutions, these are all leagues people are trying to get better, improve, show the nation what they're made of so they can continue to make their way up to the upper echelon of the Oceanic region. Anyway, I've been D-Swell. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have had a blast, because I've had a blast with these last 2 games. So I hope you all stay happy, healthy, safe wherever you are. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening. Thanks for watching. My bind is not working. There we go. Have a good one all.